Are you ready?
Hello, everyone. We are here with Bleeding Love. You are actually my first ASMR artist interview.
Yes, I am.
So, is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
To everybody else, to all the other ASM artists that are about to be interviewed as well, just relax. She's really relaxed about all this. She's not going to pressure you or ask you anything that's going to make you look bad. Trust me, Kevin is one of my best friends, so you're good.
Aw.
You guys are golden. You guys are going to have fun and enjoy this. Just breathe and let it all out.
Okay. Well, we have a bunch of questions for you, so
Okay,
let's go ahead and get started.
let's do this.
How did you come up with your channel name?
I wish I had like a really awesome origin story for you, but I really don't. I was just at work and I was like, okay. At that point in time, I had been preparing for a creepypasta narration channel, which I'm sure anybody who saw my last interview knows, or has been on my channel. So I was like, okay, everybody has the word pasta or creepy in their name, so I don't want to use either of those. People tend to call me Dr. Love in high school and after. And it wasn't like a really big nickname, but it was something that people always seem to come up with, which I never complained because honestly, I liked that nickname. It sounded cool to me. And so one day I'm like, okay, what can I come up with? Originally, I was going to go with Carnival of Chaos, but I felt like that was a little too edgelordy, if that makes sense. I felt like that was just kind of like, oh, look at me, the edgy Carnival of Chaos, and I was like, it just doesn't fit, And so I thought, bloody love. That sounds weird and kind of disturbing. So I went, okay, what about Bleeding Dr. Love? And I'm like, hey, that's not bad. And so that's how that came to be. And then eventually I built a character around that name. That's the Bleeding Love origin story. Just me at work coming up with names.
How did your persona come to be?
Which one? There are actually, well, okay, there are two. As you know, I have two personas. I have Bleeding Dr. Love, which is essentially the doctor for vampires, and then Twisted Thomas, who recently became the same character through essentially the circumstances I wrote for them. And I came up with Dr. Love because I wanted to do something with the name, but I didn't want to just make it a straight up doctor roleplay. I wanted to do something different. So I was like, well, one of my favorite channels at the time was Indigo Stars. So I was like, I'm going to make something to where I can possibly one day work with her. So yeah, Lisa, if you're watching, you are literally the reason that I am the Bleeding Doctor. And for Twisted Thomas, he actually wasn't originally human. What I was trying to do was I was trying to write my own creepypasta. And there were two characters I had. I had Mr. Rollback, who I will eventually bring to this channel. I don't know when, but eventually I want him to come to my channel. And Twisted Thomas, which was a creature living in the ceiling of the Volvo building that I work at. And he was supposed to be basically an inhuman creature made from a human that was inside of a building so it was demolished. And basically his body is composed of twisted wreckage. He's almost snake-like now. But I thought that was a little overcomplicated, and I kind of started listening to a lot of dark cabaret music. And this character started forming, this Ringmaster person, just a psychotic man who just wanted to create a freak show. And then I watched a video on Facebook that was circling around at the time. And it made me so angry that I was just like, okay, I have to hit record now because whatever comes out is going to be perfect. And thus the first Twisted Thomas video was created. and my darkest character, and probably my most popular character, was born. That's pretty much the story.
What does ASMR mean to you?
Well, before I say what it means to me, I'm going to say what it literally means for anybody out there who doesn't know what ASMR is. It stands for Atomic Sensory. No, it doesn't. Sorry, Audio Sensory Meridian Response, which is a fancy way of saying that it is basically a reaction that your skin has to certain sounds and visuals. A lot of times you'll feel it up here in the forehead, or maybe on your arm, your back. It can be anywhere. Sometimes it just shoots through your whole body. Me personally, I feel it like almost like a force field around my body. But now what it means to me is well, it's a way to bring people together. I mean, I have met people from all over the world because of ASMR. I've met people from Russia, Germany, Greece, Italy, Sweden, everywhere. And it's just so beautiful and amazing to me that these people can come together just to help someone sleep. Like, that's all we're doing, is we're trying to help people relax and sleep. And I find it so beautiful that that something like this exists. And that's why I do what I do.
How has ASMR changed you and your life?
The big that changed me. It has changed everything. It's given me a lot more confidence. I feel like sorry, cut my throat there. I feel like it's really broken down a lot of barriers in my mind to help me communicate with people. Because for a while, I had very much, before I started making my channel, I had been in a horrible relationship, and I'd lived with someone for about a year that made me feel like absolute trash. If you want to know more about that, on my channel, there's my abuse story, and I really don't want to go too much into that here because I don't feel like this is the time or place. But if you want to, go there, that'll explain everything. But I became very much sorry. I became very much a recluse. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to talk to people. And so I started making these videos, and I started talking to people like Peggy and Karen and Lisa and Rafa and, all these amazing people. And after a while, I was just like, you know what? I feel more confident. I can go outside again. And it's a good thing I did, because that's how I met Colleen, or as she will be known soon on my channel, Lavender Girl. So, yeah, it's kind of how it's changed things for me.
How does ASMR affect you personally?
Well, for me, it's very much like I said, very relaxing feeling for me. I feel it very much like a force field around me, kind of like the Force. It's interesting. Just like that, it's interesting because what will make one person feel very relaxed in a way that you would like if you were with your boyfriend or girlfriend, it can make someone else feel relaxed in a totally different way. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. Lisa has a video out called Malkavian Vampire Roleplay, which was the first one I found from her. And I'm sorry I keep talking about Lisa, by the way. But she's one of the major ones that kind of got me into this. But I watched that Malkavian Vampire Roleplay, and to where most people would feel like like they've been kidnapped, or like they're with someone that, like a friend or something, I felt like I was with a motherly figure. So that's kind of, I feel like I messed up the question, and I'm sorry.
No worries.
But I guess it affects me differently from different videos, I guess.
What are your personal triggers?
Personal triggers. Peggy. Peggy. No. Water sounds, not like dripping, but like sounding like you're underwater. Tapping on cardboard or wood, like a fingernail tapping. But not with black nail polish, though. Sorry. Some of you are going to get that. Some of you are going to have no clue what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you might want to find out if you're an ASM artist. That could be important. Let's see. Whispering when they get the effect just right, and it's like right in the right ear. I want to. Do you mind if I show them something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to take off my headphones here for a second, so I won't be able to hear you, but I'll let you know when they're back on, Cabot. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you notice my ear here, it actually is completely closed off, as in I cannot hear anything out of it. So, I bet a lot of you are wondering, how do you experience ASMR, or how do you experience the binaural sound if you only have one ear? Well, for me, whenever it's in this ear, it's a lot louder. Whenever it's in this ear, it's a lot quieter. So it does, so it does still work on me. That's why I said in the right ear, not the left. But yeah, those are some of my triggers. And the headphones are back on, Kevin.
Okay. What triggers do you enjoy using in your videos?
I like a variety of different ones. The main ones I like to use are like the close-up whispering from ear to ear. I like using different tools such as this razor here. I know in one of my audios I started it just by doing this. Just, opening it, letting it close to simulate kind of a clock ticking noise, which is funny because I actually do have. I hope you don't mind that I'm showing the different triggers.
No. Go ahead.
Dropping everything. And then of course there's this right here. Just my pocket watch, which I enjoy using. I think in one video I used the chain from my wallet to make noise. I enjoy doing eating sounds for people. I know that my cricket one was pretty popular, as well as my video I did with Lavender Girl, which was trying jelly beans. So, different sounds like that. God, is there anything else? I would like to do more. Eventually, I would like to do more like applying makeup type things. Like I've got like a lipstick here that I haven't used yet. I'd like to use that for a video soon. But yeah, different things like that. Just any sound I can find to create here on my desk.
Is there anything you do to get into the proper mindset before recording a video?
It really depends. For my audios, a lot of times I'll watch or listen to whatever I'm planning to impersonate. Like a good example is recently I recorded a Killgrave roleplay from Jessica Jones, and I ended up having to watch a bunch of clips of David Tennant to get the voice right. Let's see. Sometimes I might watch some of Peggy's kind of get me in the right mood, like you said. And for those of you who don't know who I'm talking about when I say Peggy, I'm referring to Peggy Whispers in Chaos, who will be somebody that Cabot will be interviewing later down the line. So you'll get to see her soon enough. Or if you go to my channel, you can hear her in the intro, which might not be for much longer. Because I should let you guys know, when my computer went down, I lost everything. which means I need a new intro. Cut my outro back though, so the outro will be the same. But yeah, sorry to derail it a little bit there, but
No worries. Why did you start recording ASMR videos?
Again, I'm sorry to keep bringing her up, but Peggy, I was making creepypasta narration videos, which I did enjoy doing and still do from time to time. But I'd always talk to Peggy, going, "What do what do you think?" And then she would basically go, "Well, I really like them. I think that you should try to ASMR videos." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yes, you have a very soothing voice. You should try it." And so after a while, I was like, "Well, let's see where it goes." And I did a story called ASMR, and I did it in a style as close as I could to actual ASMR videos without making it a binaural. And then eventually, a friend who I cannot name, I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you who got me this because I promised I wouldn't say anything. There was a friend who bought me this right here, which is a binaural mic. If I speak into this one, it'll go into your right. Okay, it might be backwards, but one ear, one side. Wires are kind of tangled right now, so I can't actually tell. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I did do ASMR now.
What are some future plans for your channel?
There are some collaborations I need to finish. I need to get a new video filming and editing software so I can actually make more videos again. But until then, I'm going to have probably a few guest editors on my channel, which will be, which I will give full credit to. And I tried to do, what did I try to do? SoundCloud. And unfortunately, it just fell apart on me. It would not upload and just nothing. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to scratch the whole SoundCloud thing. But I've got, let's see, what collabs have I got coming up? I've got singing ASMR. I'll be doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing where I'll be Frankenfurter. I've got a list here. Hold on. I have to say Killgrave. I've got that. I'm planning to redo La Llorona and pronounce it correctly that time. I've got a project coming up with Scottish ASMR. I think her name might be Scottish Blueberry ASMR. I might be wrong. But with her as Dr. Blueberry, so that's to dispel any confusion there. I've got a collaboration that will not be ASMR with Vulpine Fiction. I will be a guest on the Judison project for, I believe, Lloyd's ASMR or ASMR Duck, one of the two. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one's in charge of that. And, of course, as Cabot knows, I will be one of the key members of Buckets of Love, which is what Dimension Bucket and I are doing as a project together where we review short films. Other than that, I can't really think of anything coming up.
Okay. Well, we are on the last question for you.
Okay.
What is a fun fact about yourself?
Fun fact about me. I have never finished anything I've tried to sit down and write. That is why everything's improvised, because if I try to sit down and write it out, it will not get finished.
Well, is there anything you would like to say before we wrap this up?
Let's see. I'm checking the comments before I say anything? No, not really. Just hello, Creepheart. Hello, that creepy guy, and hello, Braulio Vargas. I hope I pronounced that right. Please forgive me if I didn't. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. To anyone who hasn't already, make sure to check the description for the link to his channel. Go subscribe, comment, like, show love and support. And thank you very much for joining me today and being my first ASMR interview.
And to the other ASM artists, come on down. Come on, get in here. Sit right here. Right here. There's your chair. Sit in it. It's your turn.
Okay. And that is it for now. So, bye everyone.
See you guys.